Hey guys, we're back. We had a beautiful lunch. Pax Romana is such a beautiful place. They got their mother making pasta.
Absolutely. Ready for a nap.
Yeah, seriously. I recommend it. Please go there, support this place. They do a hell of a job.
Look for Paul, look for Alfredo, look for Chef Christian. Yeah. Tell them George and Mike said hello.
Yes, please. Tell them we love their mama. She's the best. I wanted to steal her. I wanted to go kidnap her in there and just take her home. But anyway, all right, so we're back. We're making pasta.
This is a chitarra. Again, I've mentioned this before. This is one of the most old school ways of hand cutting pasta. We have our stand mixer set up. It's on its largest setting, so that would be setting number 1. So I'm gonna just kind of push down on my hand a little bit and try to slowly start to flatten it a little bit. Once you get to the point where you feel as if it's flat enough and the dough warmed up from the temperature of your hand, you wanna do is just kind of slowly roll it out just a little bit. Have the dough, it started. You're gonna start it off on a medium-low speed. We're just gonna slowly feed it through. Again, speed it up just a little bit, and you're gonna see it kind of flattens out. So what I'm doing here is called laminating. It kind of helps with some air pockets in there, some texture as it is. You got the little layers in there. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change the setting to number 2, and every time we change the setting, we go up a number. The pasta dough is gonna get thinner and thinner and thinner. For the chitarra, we don't want to make it too thin. Yeah. When doing a stuffed pasta like ravioli, for instance, again, you want to keep it a little bit thinner, because you're going to layer it. And what I mean by layering it is that you're going to end up putting 2 sheets of pasta together with the filling in between. So this is setting number 2, and again, this is, you can see it's starting to get a little bit thinner and thinner each time. I feed it through about 2 or 3 times each, and you can simply take your bench scraper, split it in half. You have 2 doughs. You're gonna work one at a time. So this is setting number 4. It still has a very beautiful silky texture to it. Probably the perfect thickness for the chitarra. Yeah. But I'm gonna push it, go just one more setting down.
What are we on right now?
So we're on setting 4. We're gonna go to setting 5. And I'm gonna end on setting 5 at this point. Feed it through. That's just setting number 5.
That was good.
Now you can almost get to a point where you can start to kind of see my fingers through there a little bit.
Yeah.
The suppleness to it, it still has some elasticity to it. You can kind of see it bounces back.
Oh, baby.
So this is setting number 5. Again, very thin setting. This is setting number 3. Yeah. Almost see the difference in thickness. Follow it through with setting number 5, and then we're gonna start cutting the chitarra. First off, trim the ends. Now, the scraps you can keep and you can use them. In Italy, we call it maltagliati, which just means cut pasta. Now again, when you make maltagliati, for instance, they don't have to be perfect shapes. They can be all different cuts. They can go circular, they can go zigzag. You could take them and kind of just cut like this. And this alone right here is maltagliati. So don't throw out the scraps, because they're good pastas though. Delicious. So I have even ends. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold it one more time. I'm gonna cut the end right over here. Cut this end right here. Now I have 4 sheets.
So Mike was telling me before we went to lunch, the correct way to cut pasta is on a wooden surface, because your blade goes all the way through into the wood basically, and you get a nice even cut, or a nice clean cut.
It's really the only instrument I know how to play. Let's just go with that one. This just reminds me of doing this with my grandparents as a kid.
Oh, that's great.
A bit of pressure, and just kind of work your way down. You can kind of see as you work your way down, very important for you to know that this is when you're actually going to take some of your durum flour and you're going to just slightly cover it a little bit. And the reason why is because now that you cut it, you open up some surface area for a little bit more moisture. It's gonna keep the dough from sticking back together again. Yep. I'm just gonna take my thumb and I'm just gonna kind of push it through. Just kind of slightly push through a little bit.
Look at that.
Okay.
I gotta buy a chitarra. So what's the difference between durum and semolina? Same stuff?
How coarse it's ground.
Okay.
That's it. Now I got 2 more sheets. We're gonna roll these out and then cut these out. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to start to make some cacio pepe, and we're doing tomato sauce, right? Cheese and pepper.
Cheese and pepper.
Cheese and pepper.
Cheese and pepper.
This is like the Italian version of macaroni and cheese. That's what it is.
So do you put butter in your cacio pepe?
So traditionally, no. Now, I'm not going to say that most restaurants don't do that, because I'll be honest with you, a butter sauce is absolutely delicious.
It is delicious.
Absolutely delicious. But that being said, I'll show you the traditional way that you would do it back in the old school day.
I like traditional way because it's a little lighter.
I love butter. I tried throwing some butter on my skin and then sitting out in the sun to see if I could get a tan.
He does. I do olive oil.
Doesn't work much.
This is really useful.
You can do a few different things when it comes to this pasta a la guitarra. You can cook it as is, fresh, 2-3 minutes in boiling water. Pasta's cooked, perfect al dente. Or what you can also do is you can actually dry this pasta out too and have it shelf stable for about 3-4 weeks.
Yeah.
And then at that point, when you cook it, it still would go fairly quickly, 3-4 minutes type of thing. But you can dry this out.
We're making food and then we're making music at the same time. This thing is fantastic. A la guitarra.
What I'm going to show you is the traditional and original way of making cacio pepe. So again, cacio pepe is cheese and pepper, really beautifully aged Parmigiano cheese. You can always use a Pecorino Romano as well. Just be careful with the amount of salt that you put into your pasta water at a time, because Pecorino is very salty compared to Parmigiano. Beautifully aged Parmigiano. It's got this really beautiful, almost caramelized smell to it. This is pretty much the staple cheese of Italy. Mind you, now they do use a lot of other cheeses, but this is pretty much on top of everything at this point. Parmigiano can age anywhere from a minimum of up to 3 years to up to 25 plus years. There was a massive earthquake at one point in Italy, and the main factory that created Parmigiano cheese was mostly destroyed. There was a shortage of Parmigiano cheese for many years. This trend where every time a restaurant would sell cacio pepe, proceeds would go back to the factory of where the Parmigiano cheese was made. And there was all these chefs around the world that actually got involved into this and created their own version of cacio pepe. So it's a really fun fact. I think it was really cool that everybody got involved at that point in time.
I never knew that Italy was so volcanic. I just learned this myself too. The actual San Marzano tomato, the reason it's so special is because it's on volcanic soil.
Yep.
So it's pretty
very
interesting.
nutrient packed.
Yeah.
Cacio pepe, literally, it's 3 ingredients, even though it really only says 2. Very simple. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the cheese and I'm going to grate it. Again, you're looking for a little bit of a fine grade because when you toss the pasta in there, it's supposed to melt and coat it. So, black pepper. And you want to give a very generous amount of black pepper. Don't be shy with it. Keep on going. So these are the first 2 ingredients. Next, pasta water. So we're going to add salt. Pasta water is boiling. This pasta, again, goes very quick. It's a fresh pasta. This is not like the dried stuff that you buy in the store. So this is not gonna take 10 minutes to cook. This should only take about 2-3 minutes. Just give it just a little bit of a whisk so that nothing sticks together. 2 minutes until it gets just al dente. Slight chew to it, slightly firm, slightly undercooked. As I say that the 3rd ingredient is the pasta water, the reason why I say that is because the pasta water will have a little bit of starch in there. And that starch is actually important when it comes to emulsifying any type of sauce, whether it is cheese and pepper, or if it's a butter-based sauce. It'll also help to kind of help thicken the tomato sauce a little bit. Pasta's almost there. I don't know if you can actually see this. It's starting to kind of swell up just a little bit, almost. So I'm gonna take the pasta, I'm gonna dump the pasta in there. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna take a little bit of the water, throw it right on top.
I guess we're creating some emulsion kind of almost?
That's exactly what you're doing. You're kind of emulsifying it. Now the cheese is gonna get a little clumpy, that's okay. That's fine. Great, even more Parmesan cheese all over it.
Mommy.
This is cacio pepe. Didn't they cancel culture just actually cancel, what was that, Lady and the Tramp?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Cancel culture, cancel that. Thanks, cancel culture. Ruining my childhood.
Alright, I'm gonna go in, alright? I'm gonna go in. We might meet in the middle, Mikey. Don't be shy. Oh my God, the chew is sick.
Cheese and pepper. The pepper blend is beautiful. It's like really kicks in.
It really is, no?
It's a good one. Very simple, easy pasta, beautiful chew.
Yo guys, that's sick. But don't skimp on your ingredients, bro. That's a really good cheese. It's a really good pepper.
Yeah.
And obviously the pasta. That shit is sick. That's good stuff. I'm gonna make you a quick marinara sauce. You just want to really use a good tomato. You want to get your garlic really thin. You want to use some fresh, like really good, strong olive oil. And this can opener sucks. So get a good can opener. I've said it before, but this brand tomato is like, me and him both love this brand. It's
Alta
like,
Cucina is fantastic.
Yeah, man.
It's like naturally sweet. You don't have to add any other sugar into it. And by the way, if you add sugar into your tomato sauce, it's a cardinal sin. You should just never make tomato sauce ever.
Just add a carrot.
Never.
Add a little carrot. Can they add a carrot?
Yeah, you can add a
Okay,
carrot.
okay.
Carrot, onion, garlic. It's great. Natural sweetener. You know, like they do in all the mobster movies. When
Yes,
they make
yes.
Tomato sauce. It's like you cut it with a razor blade. So he's not even doing it right anyways. My ex-girlfriend hated me because I would eat so much garlic. But then again, she was a vampire, so.
All right, so you don't want to go too far on this, all right? You don't want to get any color. You just want this to hit your nose a little bit, all right? So use your hand to crush these into here. You can do this ahead of time if you're scared of the oil. We're gonna put a little salt in there. Let that cook for about 10 minutes. I'm gonna add a little bit of water to it, and we'll be ready to go.
So, I'm gonna ask you, when you do tomato sauce in Greece, for instance, do you add like your one of your homage ingredients, like like Greek oregano, to it?
My go-to staple for like Greek flavor is I add cinnamon.
I had a lot of Greek food.
So just like that, just snap it.
Cinnamon is fantastic. Now in Italy, you know, we're simplest. It's literally garlic, olive oil, oregano, and basil. That's it.
I think that's all. That's all the sugar I need is from the onion and the carrot. That's it. It's like,
Oh, and let's clarify this. It's sauce, not gravy. Gravy you put on your turkey.
Okay.
Ragu.
I got you.
Ragu sauce. Pasta's down.
All right. Like I said, really simple and basic, clean flavors. We added a cinnamon stick in there. I think it really elevated it.
Just smell it.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's really good. I just tasted it. All right, so pasta's down. A couple minutes. I want to thank Chef Mike again for joining us today. This guy is a beast. And please check out his Instagram.
Sfoglino Bianco. So SFOGLINO. Bianco, BIANCO.
This guy's pasta is fucking no joke. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. Yeah, let's go. I'm late. We just toss that up. That's it. Oh yeah, mommy. Yeah. And I'm gonna throw in a little olive oil too. Beautiful.
I just smell that cinnamon.
Oh man, yeah,
It smells
great,
fantastic.
Dude. Oh, it's good, dude.
It's awesome.
Just like that. I just want some bread in there. Boom.
Oh yeah.
So my cheat day is usually on a Friday. I've been on a diet. I've been doing so good with my life, you know. But this guy, he's only available on Tuesdays, so it's all good.
Beautiful. Chew is insane.
The chew's insane.
That cinnamon really comes out beautifully. It's like a warming spice. It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, it's like
allowed to
warm.
curse?
Yeah, of course.
Oh fuck, that shit is good.
Why not, bro?
Very
I really
nice.
like that. I
Awesome.
really like that. These tomatoes, like I'm saying, I've been saying this all day. It's like the quality of your ingredients is gonna really shine with a good pasta dish when you keep it simple like this.
Absolutely. Don't be cheap on the quality of the ingredients. It makes everything. Awesome.
Fire.
Delicious.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining and tuning in. We're gonna have a new episode next week, as always. Please subscribe, share, spread it everywhere. Follow my boy Mike, Chef Mike Bianco, thank you so much for joining us today, man.
George, it's my pleasure.
My boy, love you.
Love you
All
too.
right, thank you so much, guys.
Ciao for now.